Olympian Gods, Zeus. The master of the heavens, God among gods. So much of my mortal life was impacted by him, and now, even in death, I serve his brother. I do not think that I have much to say for the Lord Zeus, which is not widely known already. Once, he overthrew the Titans, his own ancestors, to wrest control of all of the heavens and the earth. He yet presides as ruler over all. Lord Hades bears no love for him, for reasons I can scarce begin to contemplate. It is as though Lord Hades chooses willingly not to consort with the Olympians. Poseidon, the master of the seas, the earth shaker, brother to Lord Hades and Lord Zeus, the Lord Poseidon. I am ever grateful that, while I was living, he was merciful to me. Down here, however, I must say I rarely feel his influence. All of us, we are beneath him now. How many of my brethren did he drown during my mortal days? He comes across as affable, yet I have not forgiven him. Lord Hades seems to have no love for him either, equating him to Zeus, and shunning both alike. It's all a business best avoided, by my estimation. Athena. Of some things I am certain, and one of them is this, that there were many times during my mortal life when my spear found its marks thanks to Pallas Athena. She favors those of dispositions such as mine, and I would like to think her efforts keep the violent lusting of Ares, her half-brother, well in check. If anybody on Olympus might have the capacity to mend the rift between my master and themselves, it must be her. Though, even in all her wisdom, I remain unsure if she can sway my master's obstinance. Aphrodite wields her beauty and her charm with much the same lethality as I could wield the spear. I have seen her handiwork firsthand, and it is often not as pretty as she is. Indeed, I often think that she, among all the Olympians, must be the deadliest of all. A crashing wave or thundering tempests are nothing to a broken heart. Yet while love's the force that brought me and countless others low in life, it also brought me and countless others strength, beyond the bounds of a normal man. Still, I fear that Aphrodite's power is the most terrible in all the world. Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, has always held my highest admiration. Unlike so many of her brethren on Olympus, she seems unconcerned with being praised at every turn by mortals, and instead she dutifully holds her station as a master of the natural world. Even Lord Hades may hold some respect for her, I think. Certainly her power is responsible for no small quantity of shades in this domain. Lord Hades and Lady Artemis have certain traits in common, I suppose, each solitary and committed to their work. If only my Lord Hades understood that someone such as Artemis could be someone to confide in, rather than resent, along with all the others on Olympus. Ares. Although my heart has long since stopped, it yet holds love in it for all the gods, save one, the one who made and ruined me as well. I have no kind words to impart to him, except perhaps in form of this concession. War, much like the heavens and seas, can be considered a force of nature. It keeps men down. They shall never grow too plentiful this way, nor near as mighty as the gods. And yet, men worship Ares willingly. They are so much like him. I should know. I was a warrior myself. Only in death do I begin to fully grasp my wrongs. Dionysus. Perhaps I ought to feel a kinship with this easy-going son of Zeus, for it is said that he has some mortal blood in him, not just divinity. This may explain why he, among Olympians, is so well loved by mortal kind, because he loves them back, bringing to them more joy than suffering, for the most part. Being rather unlike the other gods in this regard, he nonetheless maintains a careful distance from the underworld, generally severing his ties with all his mortal followers upon the moment of their deaths. Why confront the woes of the dead when you can live in eternal feast? Hermes, one of the free-spirited sons of Zeus, he is patron to travelers, traders, even tricksters. Youthful in spirit and appearance, he could be mistaken for a common lad, if not for his extraordinary swiftness. None whom I know approach his agility or athleticism. He puts this peerless skill to a specific use, serving as the messenger of Olympus. Vast distances are nothing to him, yet there is something more to Hermes. He is the only god upon Olympus who dutifully serves the underworld, in addition to his Olympian affairs. The underworld is an orderly place, but the souls of the dead must first be brought to its brink. He has much to do with this. He seems to have ingratiated himself to the boatman Charon, notoriously unapproachable even by the underworld's own. Thus, it is my belief that Hermes, besides his many talents, is the god of more than he appears. Demeter. Over time, mortals have come to fear great Demeter, eldest of Olympians, goddess of seasons, bringer of plenty, and taker away of it. I cannot imagine she is moved by any of their offerings. Much is said of her in hushed tones, not unlike the ones reserved for the master here. Once, she administered her gifts of sustenance with generosity until some stroke of fate befell. She changed, and has never been as giving since. The mortals who once prayed to her for plenty now beg mostly for mercy. My understanding is, despite popular belief, Demeter is no direct relation to Lord Hades or his brothers, being born of more ancient Titan stock. She certainly has taken pains to distance herself from Zeus in particular, often leaving Olympus for long stretches in search of something or someone. Not that I would know a thing of it. Only the mutterings of shades descended to this realm from freezing, cold, or famine. Surely, they pray, the seasons are due for a turn for the better.